is waning. Only a quarter of Brits believe we should be giving the beleaguered nation more support. We're joined now by leader of the Heritage Party, David Curtin, and the military historian, Peter Caddick-Adams. Thank you both indeed for joining us. David, if I could start with you. Look, you know, Ukraine was a sovereign nation. It was attacked and invaded illegally by a dictator who rules the end of the Soviet Union. Surely those of us who believe in the rule of law and international stability should be doing everything we can to make sure that Ukraine prevails, shouldn't we?
I don't agree with what you said in your question there. There were some opinions you put in there. And the thing is, with this conflict, it's actually started in 2014. We had the Minsk agreements where there was an agreement between NATO powers and Russia and Ukraine to give Crimea autonomy and to give the Russian-speaking people in the Donbas autonomy as well. But those agreements are broken. And what you have is the Ukrainian regime, the Poroshenko and then the Zelensky regime afterwards, have been bombing and shelling ethnic Russians in the Donbas area for 8 years, with 14,000 people at least being killed. And so I think what's happened there is that Putin has basically gone in what he calls a special military operation in order to try to protect the lives of Russian people in the Donbass, because Western governments in NATO were actively arming the Ukrainian government, which actually is filled with real Nazi battalions like the Azov battalion and the Right Sector and so on. So it's not quite as how you laid out in your question. And the thing is, I think people in this country are completely fed up of it, because it's got really nothing to do with the lives of ordinary people in the UK, and are fed up of the government, in power in London, sending billions and billions of pounds of money and weapons to Ukraine when actually energy prices are going up here. Life is tough here. And we want the government to be concerned about what's happening in this country and not prolonging and escalating a conflict in Ukraine, which could get out of hand. And we don't want that to happen.
Let's bring Peter in. So, Peter, what